dragon stone, and flame atop the world was thrown. The drums of Rasgard thundered wide to rally those with hearts untried. For Atacia rose from flame with burning wrath ever untamed. Yet from the edge the brave took flight. Their path was peril, their guide was light. Under Luxon's light they ride through rift and ruin, storm and tide, spell and steel in perfect strand. But forged in trust they make their stand. With magic fierce and blades held tight, they are the line that holds the night. One threads the hours with silent grace, a keeper lost in time's embrace. Another speaks in shadow's tongue, a spellblade wrought where whispers hung. One takes the shape of flame and flight, a soul reborn in Feywild sight. One strikes with blade and mind as one, a shadow's edge where battles are won. And one stands tall with thunder's roar, a shield of storm forevermore. Under Luxon's light they ride through rift and ruin, storm and tide, spell and steel in perfect strand. But forged in trust they make their stand. With magic fierce and blades held tight, they are the line that holds the night. Atacia reigns with fire's breath, but finds no fear, no room for death. For where one falls, another stands, a chorus born from joined hands. Their friendship forged through war and fire, their hearts aligned with one desire.
Alrighty, we're gonna get going here.
I have to have one criticism of this song. There's no mention of marrying people off to dragons.
Amazing. As our heroes are fighting the elemental titan known as Atacia, as now they are deep within her prison of fire, wind, and ash, and must deal with her somehow, realizing that while the prison is broken upon her defeat, the prison will close, thus trapping them here. And of course, they can't let her leave and assume the throne that is currently being made above. And trying to determine all of this, they still stand with her. And it is, of course, her turn.
Is it?
It is, in fact. All right.
Ew.
So,
Lyran's prone in front of her. Shiny's still a dragon.
all right. She, I think, will. Man. Yeah. She so has a single mindset right now because she needs to get somebody off of initiative. So she's go ahead as she breathes in and transforms herself into clouds of ash and moves 60 feet into the air.
Coward!
Then Laren, I think you're the only one that can be hurt by fire damage. Give me a dex save.
Okay. Oh, it's not letting me. Is this magical?
No.
Okay, so 17.
17. All right. You take 1 fire damage that I rolled.
Awesome.
Pathetic.
All right, and with that, she will throw 3 pair of flames at Warden. 29.
Yeah.
20.
Misses.
Nice. And a 16. It's only 1 hit.
Misses.
There
Only
we
one
go. We've got 19 radiant damage and 12 fire.
And she'll take 3 psychic.
Yes. Oh, and that does remind me. So that's that. No, it's 1 second. She's resistant, and
That's after the resistance.
oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Mars. You guys did see that should her intense heat flames hit someone to 0, they instantly burn to ash and are dead, leaving no body behind.
Very fun.
And with that, Laren.
Legendary action, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love
And actually, before I forget, she got 30 more feet up after that. So she should be a total of 90 feet above ground. Yes, go ahead.
I'm going to use pounce. I am going to move up to half my movement to get to her and make a rend attack on her.
What's your movement?
It is 80 feet.
Okay, so she's 90 feet.
Okay. Well, then I will just guiding bolt her for a dirty 20.
That hits.
Uh, 17 radiant.
Nice. 8, half to 8.
And to be fair, since I didn't pay attention. I didn't record how many legendary actions I used since during the last sessions. I'm just gonna not use any more until my next turn.
Okay, got it. So with that, we will go to Mars.
Cool. Mars is on the back of the shiny dragon, and I'm going to use my action to summon Mars and have him appear right next to me. Just get all this stuff because I did not stock him last time.
Babe, this gives me ideas.
Mars is going to pretend he didn't hear that. Then summoned Mars is going to cast Fly on Mars Prime. So Mars now has a fly speed of 60 feet.
Nice.
And will then hunker down on the back of Shiny. There's no ranging action, cool. Then Mars Prime. Actually, how many members of the Rosguard are within, what is it, 30 feet of Mars?
Before you move to Shiny or as you move to Shiny?
I was on Shiny to begin with.
Oh, okay. Then 2. Shiny and Laren. These two are 40 and 40. 40 and 45.
Okay, so 2 Marses, Shiny and Laren, are going to be affected by Bulwark of Force. So we got that
How many
quasi-rippling
Marses are out?
force field. So half cover. And that will be it for me.
How many Marses do you have?
It's just me and the summon Mars.
Okay.
So yeah, just two Marses out in the field.
Whatever reason, I was trying to put all 3.
What does half cover give us? +2?
+2 to armor class and dex saves.
Nice.
Very good. And then we'll go to Warden.
Okay. How is she further up than me than she is horizontal?
45, 90. Someone else do math.
Well, I mean, how high above she is?
She's 90 off the ground.
And how far away is my
45.
Yeah,
Okay.
so 90, yeah.
I will take 90 feet of movement to get to the top of her.
Nice.
And make 2 attacks.
Ooh, wee.
14, 24 for 8 damage. 8. Oh, yeah, 8.
Okay.
Why am I not seeing all the extra stuff? 7 damage because some of it's halved. And I'll use my bonus action. Yeah, I'll use my bonus action to cast a 3rd level Shining Smite. So she'll take, it's already halved, so 5 radiant damage. That's after it being halved.
So 35.
No, 5, just 5.
Okay.
And then I'll take my next attack. For 27 to hit.
That hits.
22 damage after everything's halved. And I'll go another 90 straight up.
Nice. So right above her. And that would you have like that your mount disengage, right?
No, it's gonna take the dash.
Okay. You have that thing. Very cool. Now Lumia.
Okay, so how far did she move from Bigby's hand, which was right next to her?
She went 90 up.
It's 90.
Okay, so Bigby's hand. Okay, now Lumia's action first is she is going to. You will watch her take a knife and slice her hand as blood starts pouring out of her hand. She will use her magic to turn that blood into time and suck that time into her, replenishing one of her spell slots and taking some damage.
Nice.
So that's gonna be 4, 6, 12, 18, 24 damage. Getting a 4th level spell slot. That'll be my action. Bonus action, I will move Bigby's hand 60 feet up, closer to her. And then my movement, I will move 30 feet. Well, no, I'm on the carpet, so I will move 60 feet up, but staying within the 30 feet of my friends.
I'm gonna move you here, so everyone's on the board now.
And that'll be my turn.
Very cool. Laren.
What?
I skipped you.
Oh, okay. She is going to cast Aerial Alacrity on herself. Stand up, move up 30 feet, and then bonus action, dash another 60, so 90 feet up to her.
Right. All right, so you're right up to her?
Yep, that's her turn.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Then we go to Shiny. Shiny Dragon.
Shiny is going to fly 80 feet up and do a rend attack on her.
Nice.
So that'll be that is a what is this 14 again? Yeah. 14. 24 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, you had advantage.
Oh. Yeah, that's better. And then 7, 12 plus 8 is 20 points of slashing damage. And she doesn't take fire damage, right?
Correct. It's just the slashing.
All right, second attack for that. That's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
3, 6 plus 8 is 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 slashing damage. And can I get her in a 60-foot cone without hitting friends?
It looks. Well, I don't know. That's what would tell me.
I'm just gonna put Liren over on this side. Either way, she went up, and we'll put you over here. And then there you go.
Great. Then can I please? I'm going to use. Dragon's going to rear his head
Well-
back and.
Because wait, your dragon had 80 feet, right?
Yeah.
So you're within 10 of her feet.
Right, I have a 10-foot range. For my
Yeah,
attack.
so you're like right below her, basically. Okay. Cool. Sounds
And I'm going to do weakening breath. So can she please do a strength saving throw?
good. Yes. That is 11.
Okay, she has disadvantage on strength d20 tests, and she has to subtract 1d6 from her damage rolls.
Ooh, very nice.
And she can repeat the save at the end of each of its turns. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Sounds good.
Wait, actually, Warden, how bad are you looking?
I'm 136 out of 200.
Oh, all right, you're good. Yeah, that's my turn.
Perfect. All right. She is going to teleport another 60 feet into the air. Her best to kind of go a little bit away from Warden. She does so.
Butte.
And then firing
I know do this.
3 bolts directly at him.
Damn it.
24 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, a miss for a 16.
Nice.
And a 26.
Yeah.
That is 21 radiant and 9 fire.
I fell!
Everybody fell. Deal with it.
And then 13 radiant.
God damn it, Warden.
And 6 fire. And I did, Shani, I did take that d6 away from the
Appreciate
damage.
And she'll take 6 psychic.
Nice.
That's not hard. That's a hit. Oh my god, how many things can I drop in this
Good.
game?
And she'll go an additional 30 feet up. Moving, and you can see now she's gone a total of 180 in the air, and you've weakened her considerably. And as she's getting close to the top, you can see that the barriers that were strong now seem like it looks like she can make it through into the upper world in her weakened state. Laren.
Lara moves, flies up 60 feet and bonus action dashes for another 30 to get to her.
Nice.
And she will attack. Still at advantage, right, Warden?
Yes, I guess I should make those con saves, but I don't think it was.
Ooh, not 20. Thanks for the advantage. So 17 points of force.
Nice.
22 points of necrotic, ignoring resistances.
Yes.
And then there's cantrip. Let's see. Another nat 20
Very nice.
for 16 points of force. 25 points of necrotic.
Very nice.
23 to hit for 9 points of force. 8 points of necrotic. Uh, 29 to hit for 4 points of force. 8 points of necrotic.
Very cool. Boulders of ash and fire falling down.
Another nat 20. 9 points of force. 22 points of necrotic. And my weapon mastery attack. 31 to hit for 18 points of damage plus 14 necrotic. And Laren will further move up another 30 feet to get above her.
Nice.
Now that's her turn.
Got
Matt,
it.
do you still have that stand I showed you?
No, I put it there. All right.
Legendary, please.
Yes.
How far did she teleport again? 90?
Yeah, show another 90 up.
Okay. Guiding bolt then.
Let's go.
That's going to be a 31.
Woo!
Oh,
Right in the chest.
rolled least and max on the dice. 9 plus 8, so 17 radiant damage.
Very good. Blowing next attack has advantage. And then Mars.
So Mars Prime has a fly speed of 60 right now. I think that's the speed of fly, right? Fly spell.
Guys, it's a Jenga puzzle over here.
So Mars is gonna fly 60 feet up,
So,
And-
30 of them.
Yeah, I'm going to also bonus action Misty Step to go another 30 feet higher up. So I'm right up there next to Laren.
Did Shiny fly up?
I have a fly speed.
Right, but she went up 90.
Yeah, 60 feet fly speed, 30 foot Misty Step.
Right, so you're up to her, you're not up to Larry.
Oh, gotcha. I forgot Laren
Don't
moved.
confuse me.
farther.
It's been a long day.
I'm easily confused too. You're fine.
I knew that.
Then yeah, I'm just gonna make my 3 attacks with the Spirit Sheath. At advantage because of Guiding Bolt. That is a 31 on the first.
That hits.
You have advantage on all of them from Shining Smite.
Oh hell yeah! Second one is a 29. Number 3 is a 19.
That's going to miss.
Okay. Do I want to do the thing now? Different thing I'm talking about. I can't even do that. Okay. That plan's gone. Yeah, mastery attack with the scimitar is a natural 20.
Nice.
So first hit is 9 points of slashing. Second one is 10 points of slashing. And number 3 is the crit. Is 10 points of slashing, and I'm gonna put a psionic strike on that. Because I get that once per turn. That's 18 force.
Oh, very nice.
And could I get her to make a strength saving throw?
Got it. Disadvantage on the other thing. So 5.
She mega fails. I'm just gonna push her 10 feet horizontally away from me.
Nice.
And then I already used my bonus action, so that's my turn. Summon Mars is just gonna hold his action in case something comes within melee range of him on Shiny Dragon's back.
Got it. Warden! Or actually, Shiny, did you have your legendary?
Yes, please.
Okay.
That's going to be a 29 to hit.
Nice.
7, 6. That's 13 plus 8 is 21. Yep, 21 points of radiant.
Very nice. All right, Warden.
So we should be at the same height, right? And she's just further away from me.
Yeah. She tried to get away from you.
Yes.
I will take just 2 longbow shots at her, I guess.
I'll be right back, Matt. I'm gonna get the dog.
30 to hit. For 6 damage. Damn, 30 to hit.
Nice.
For 10 damage. And I'm going 180 feet up.
There we go. Okay, so that this site's going to actually take you out of the crevice,
Okay.
where there are many, many waiting elementals.
Okay, I guess I'll go to the top of the crevice.
Okay.
And I'll use my bonus action to drink that potion of fire resistance.
So you're going all the way up to the top and just stopping? Is that what I heard while I let the dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
How far was I away from the top of the crevice?
Oh, when you did it, I think you would have been like 60 feet.
When I started my turn?
Yeah.
Well, can I get out and just go 120 feet up?
Yeah. Supermaning it up there.
See ya. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Very good. And then we're going to go to Nylumia.
You're on the way down there.
Oh, I know where. Nylumia is going to use the spell slot she just gained. So in a puff of purple magic, you watch her disappear, and she is going to be let's go 150 feet up. That'll be my turn. Oh, bonus action, I move Big V's hand up 60 feet.
Nice.
That's my turn.
Legendary, please.
Yes.
That'll be a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Another 1. And a 6. 7 plus 8, so 15 points of radiant.
Nice. All right. Hits. Should have enough pieces of ash. Then it is your turn.
Okay, she went 90 feet up again, so I'm gonna go fly my full 80 feet up to her. And I'm going to rend her again.
Let's go.
Oh, she was supposed to be. She could make a save to reduce that 1d6 thing that she had, or to get rid of that 1d6 thing she has.
She fails it.
Oh, nice. It's going to be a 9 plus 14 is what? What is 9 plus 14?
23.
23 to hit.
That hits.
4 plus 8, 12 points of Magical. I mean, radiant. 28 to hit.
What? 12 slashing or 12 radiant?
Radiant.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Slashing.
Okay. Cool.
That's going to be 18 points of slashing.
Very good.
And then last attack is going to be a dirty 20.
Let's go. That does hit.
Trying to figure out how to move everybody up.
Double ones on the damage, so 10 points of slashing.
Okay.
How?
And then is Warden within 60 feet?
9.
No.
20. He went out.
Oh, he's far up there. Yeah, never mind.
I'm
That's what they're-
180 above you.
Very good.
Matthew, don't move anymore. I don't have any more spaces.
Can you raise the floor so like
Just stand underneath and hold it, Paula.
I will hurt you.
All right. Go fly. Oh, she's going to teleport up. And you see her eyes glow red as she pushes again. You can see as she gets close, this barrier that has been weakening. She tries to push the last bit of it away. Oh, and it withstands her. She hits the top. Furious. And now she's just at the rift. Seeing this, Warden, you can see the elementars gathered now begin to fly and move quickly towards her. Fire's being thrown down into the pit, trying to empower her. As she glows
Hey.
brightly.
Stop.
And she looks like she is more dangerous than far more dangerous she was before. Laren.
Laren will get right next to her and attack. So it's just 60 feet away, right? So it should be regular. Yeah, she can
Yeah.
get with regular movement, so. Ooh, a 15 to hit. That misses.
That's
17 to hit, which also
That
misses.
misses, yeah. Yeah, smaller, she's been thrown away, she's nimble, but that one looks like it hits.
Yep, 29 to hit for 4 points of force. And 15 points of necrotic.
Very nice.
So 26 to hit for 4 points of force, and let's see, 14 points of necrotic. And let me count 1, 2, 3. Okay. 30 to hit for 9 points of force. And, 11 points of necrotic. And weapon mastery attack. 28 to hit for 16 slashing, 3 thunder.
Ooh.
And 11 points of necrotic.
Very
bonus-
good.
Yeah, bonus action attack. So I can do that. 22 to hit for 14 points of slashing, 3 points of thunder, and 9 points of necrotic.
Jeez. She's wailing. She goes, "No, you can't. Don't deny me my freedom."
My freedom!
Legendary, please.
Yes.
Oh, 21 to hit.
That hits.
That's keep rolling low on damage. 4 plus 8, 12 points of radiant.
All right. And Mars.
Yeah, Mars is gonna use 60 feet of fly speed to zip farther up. I'm how's she looking right now? Is she looking like pretty
severely cracked and hurt? Yeah.
I'm gonna shout, everyone start getting up to the rift, and I'm gonna take. I'm not gonna go directly in melee with her. I'm gonna stay a little bit out of her melee range, because I'm gonna start poking at her with the longbow.
Got it.
And I'm gonna take 3 shots. First one at advantage because of the guiding bolt. Right, all advantage. That's still going? Hell yeah. First one is a 24.
That hits.
Second one is a dirty 30.
Yes.
Third one is a 27.
That hits as well.
9 points of piercing on the first. 7 piercing on the second. Gang, do I knock her prone now? Do we think we should knock her prone?
I don't know. I don't know how long you're gonna be able to when you can get out of there.
I just don't want her. I just want to get her away from the rift. So I'm not going to put a psionic strike under this one. So the last one's going to be 9 points of piercing. And I'm going to use my bonus action to telekinetic shove her 5 feet down.
Well, we're going horizontal.
This is telekinetic shove.
So it's different? Okay.
Yeah, this is the from telekinetic.
Okay, so it's 10 feet away from it.
Cool. That's my turn. The summoned Mars. This might be a dumb move from him, but he is going to dimension door onto the back of Warden's Pegasus.
Warden is out of here, so
Warden's out?
It won't.
Okay.
The teleportation will not allow you to do that. The barrier here. You can't grab.
Copy. Then, Shiny's like right there next to her, right?
It's currently 60 feet away, I believe.
60 feet. If, say, the Summon Mars were to teleport 60 feet, could he just, like, hang on to her foot? Or would he have to make some sort of check?
I mean, yeah, there would be a check to see if they could grab on to the foot.
That's fine. Summon Mars will just hold the action again to, attack if anything comes near.
Right. Then Warden.
I will use my bonus action to give me 20 HP and use my last level spell slot. And like, is it how many elementals? Is it like an army of elementals?
Yeah.
And I probably can't shoot through the barrier and hit her.
It does seem that kind of prevents, because you're seeing they're not like firing down upon everybody here, so that does seem to be blocks.
So it's like hundreds.
Yeah.
Are they all fire elementals?
No, there's wind, fire, earth. He went so far up that he's just out of range of a few of them for now.
I don't know what I can do here. I can try to get. I can use my. Where is it? Amulet of the Devout, which gives me a once per day extra use of Channel Divinity. And I guess I'll try to get as many of them as I can in my Conquering Presence. Wisdom save DC 20.
Okay. Yeah, so they pretty much all going to fail that. How big is your presence?
It's 30 feet. Try to get as many of them as I can.
So you're going to go back down to the ground then? Because you had shot way up above.
Yeah. I guess I won't do that. I don't want to go back down to the ground. How far away is like the closest elemental?
There's a group of air elementals that at this point would be about 70 feet away from you.
I guess I'm just gonna keep flying away. Just keep my distance from anything.
I love it. And then anything from Shiny?
Yeah. That's going to be 18 plus 14, so 30. That'll hit.
Okay.
That'll be 19 points of radiant.
With that, the bolt hits golden light, pushes around with hints of rainbow as she explodes.
Oh!
Specific fall, and immediately the membrane that's here begins to strengthen, and the earth begins to push in. There is Nylumia's turn, Shiny's turn, and then the rift is closed. Nylumia, it's your turn.
Okay, so technically, where am I at right now? Because did my dimension door work though last round?
Oh, we just tried to dimension door too. I was a little confused.
I was trying to dimension door up to where the rift was, not past the rift.
Yeah, you could get to the rift.
Okay.
You never answered that, so I never did it.
Sorry.
So who's right next to me at the moment then?
Warden is let me take Warden off because he's gone.
Yeah.
Warden went bye-bye. Warden went fuck you and left the plane. Basically, Mars and Laren are like 10 feet below you.
All right, now I'm going to Big B's hand goes away. I don't care about that. Momented Stink. Ooh, yeah, that's a bonus action. If I'm going to cast that real quickly. Now, seeing this rift about to close, is there a way to hold it, or like, what? How do we cross over? I guess, like, is it just walking over across?
Yeah,
it,
you can physically cross over.
Okay.
It's just magic crossing has been disabled.
I grab Laren and drag her up.
See, Dragon Laren would be half your movement speed.
Yes.
So you'd have to go down 10 feet, I think.
Now, does the carpet, can that use?
Oh, because if you get her on the carpet, you're good.
Okay. So then, I'm going to do that with my thing, and in Shiny's mind, I go, better get your lever out. And that's my turn.
All right, out. Very good as you push. And as you see now, Warden, you're looking down as this is closing. You see rifts opening, all in the air, pulling many of these elementals back through them. As Atishu's ability and power seem to have been holding them here. Shiny.
How many feet is the rift above me?
How tall is she?
She's 30, so I think he's like 90 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Shiny will fly up, grab Mars, and what about the other Mars?
He's on your back.
Oh, right.
And we fall.
It's fine. We're going to be flying off camera anyway, Archimage.
You know when I
we
said
did
I
it.
would drop you, I didn't mean it.
He's going to then just use his full 80-foot flying movement plus and then dash. So it gives him 160 feet to get out of there.
Yeah, he's good.
Okay. You fly up. Just as you clear the rift shuts.
Hey, Matt, get off my stance. You know, there's no longer a Matt.
Indeed. And a shock rumbles. Excuse me. Through Juras. The Nick Dynasty. While it takes a moment as winds begin pulling the creatures below away, and then you just see a large place where the crust of the earth here had hit together and risen up into a small range. And you still feel immense power radiating from it, as though it's not locked, it's simply dormant now.
Gotta be honest, that really, really sucked.
We're gonna have to tell the queen to create some kind of watch over this place.
I think it'd be smart to get the Shari in on that as well. And I don't know if Vasselheim would be interested in this at all. Vecna with another Titan caged up doesn't sound like something they're too fond of.
If we can get them over here, it can supplement the force with this watch. Yeah, this card.
Now, Lumia, do you want to tell the queen that we handled that?
I mean,
My roommate is laughing at my dragon voice.
Lumia pretends to send a message to the queen. At the moment, because she's tapped. And she
Summon
goes,
Mars says, "Oh well, no, never mind. You didn't do anything. Never mind. Go."
yeah, she just goes, "Yep, told him we're good."
As Shiny as someone who has cast that spell many, many times, can I roll an insight check to see if it seemed like she was actually doing it?
Sure, give me an insight. I don't know if you want to give deception.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah, it's a 5.
He'll just like slowly nod his head.
Okay, great.
Summon Mars is going to say, "So the message was received."
Yep.
He's going to look to Shiny.
The dragon head sort of twitches.
If you'd like, I can send. I know of my Bright Queen. I don't know. She's too different from yours. This Mars is British, by the way.
Oh, I thought he just had a speech impediment.
That too, sometimes.
You know, guys, she probably realized that we won when all the elementals disappeared. I'm just saying.
I mean, we can just go back to her. I'm
Yeah.
not that far away.
All right, well, let's go. People jump on the dragon.
We've got to jump upon the dragon. Of course, at dragon speed, you're able to get there quite quickly.
If it's over an hour, summon Mars disappears.
All right. And so we're just leaving the rift, no investigation. Awesome.
What?
And
That's what you guys wanted.
We'll come back. We'll come back with a supplementary force.
We never do.
What are we gonna do about? What are we gonna? This is gonna be Thursday's problem. How about that?
Yeah. Vecna party. Give us another prelude.
fly through the air. You can still see in the distance from where the rift was, there's bits of violet light that shimmer around, marking the resting place of Atasia. And you fly, being greeted and cheered upon the walls of Roshana. You can see bits, warriors with Luxon spears, taking out the last bits of undead that still reared against the walls as you fly over. And all welcomed. Of course, many know what you've done, and this is up to you all. What would you like to do next?
How long does it take us to get there?
With the dragon, probably a good 45 minutes.
Okay.
Dragon speed.
So then, I mean, the shape change only lasts for an hour. So, basically, I guess plus the 45 minutes plus the battle, we get there and Shiny just turns back into. He lands with everybody's still on top of the dragon, and then shape change completely goes away, and everybody falls on the ground.
You mean we dogpile you because we were all on your back?
Yeah. Ow! That's my rib.
Quick. I'm tired, but we should probably go see the queen, I suppose.
Well, let's get on with it then.
Maybe, Laren, you and me need to go back there and investigate that here tomorrow.
Yes, I am very interested in that throne. Can we keep it?
Maybe we should sorry. Maybe we should destroy the throne. It seemed kind of evil. Bury the portal under lots of. Ooh, I can create earth things to cover it.
Well, if the throne's her key to the doorway, maybe we just put the throne in Laren's tower.
So
course,
Laren
right?
can have a key to an evil dimension with a powerful titan.
She already carries a book with a dragon trapped in it. What else can go wrong?
I think that's a great idea, Nagumia.
Thanks.
Shiny's too tired to argue. Can we just go?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I think we should go to the Bright Queen now. Tomorrow we can sort out the throne and the rift.
so we'll make our way towards the temple where she was.
Very nice. So you can do yourself to Sebastian. Bright Queen, looking somewhat exhausted, having exerted, it seems, her own powers in helping, comes out, flanked by Aurora Watch guards. She bows her head. We have Denrazgard to thank once more.
Think you ever doubt us? Nailumi just gives a slight smirk. Yeah, I'm sure she did.
Not recently.
Thanks.
Well, we stopped it for now, but I don't know if this is permanent. I don't know if she can come back out of there at some point.
The rift is still there. It needs guarding and investigation.
We might have to find another way to either relock it with magic or reseal it somehow. Until then, if you can place a watch around the rift to make sure no elementals try to sneak out.
And I'm sure the Shari would be more than interested in learning about what this rift has to offer, and Vasselheim as well.
The one problem, though, is I'm sure, like the Bright Queen's about to say, is where it lies in the barbed fields. The devils and the undead are so strong up there.
Indeed, it would take much work to make an outpost. I will send an expedition, though, to see. Incidentally, we got reports from the Betrayer's Rise. There has been unusual activity.
Betrayer's Rise?
Oh,
Like what? There's not like an army forming, right? Nalumi's eyes kind of move towards Warden.
There is a. She was, of course, looking at Warden. Says the Betrayer's Rise was the bastion and palace of power for the Betrayer gods when they were here.
That's in Roshana?
No, it's north here in Xhorhas.
But it's in Xhorhas.
Yeah, it's in this area, but it's not in Roshana. Their demons and fiends pour out. But something began to push heavy against the gates. That strength they were not ready for. They began to barricade it with the heaviest wood and metal. They say it is bending and breaking. But they're doing their best. I don't know what has stirred.
Do they need help?
She just looks at you all. If you wish, I will leave that up to you. She gets close and she goes, "This was an emergency. Thank you for helping us. I understand you all have many things you can do. If it gets worse, I will call you. If you wish to go help, that would be appreciated."
Yeah, I mean that's the least that we can do after.
I think we have other things on our plate, but if it would help, I could send for a supplementary force from the Amethyst Guard to come and support in Bazzoxan from afar.
That would help. If you have reinforcements you can send there.
I can get in touch with Dolus.
I don't think I can muster any forces. It's something I'm working on, but hopefully next time, if there's ever something similar in Vasselheim, we can possibly count on Xhorhas.
Vasselheim, we haven't had the most amazing relations.
Clearly times are changing, though. I don't see why we can't change that.
Their Western Coast is something of an outlier to them, and we have had trade with them. They don't take kindly to that.
Wait, so like the churches aren't happy that they're trading together?
That they're trading with Western Isera.
Ah, okay. And what I know, was there a reason for that?
Do you know? So Western Isera, separated by this large mountain range,
Mhm.
is basically devoid of any type of deity worship.
Okay.
They are fully into worshiping elementals themselves and spirits.
Okay.
And are tribal, and they're just kind of viewed as almost traders. Many believe
Gotcha.
that they were ones who fled Vasselheim long ago during times of war, and so they don't have like a. They're not out to like kill them or anything, but they just generally
Don't like them.
Plus, the mountain range makes travel and trade, any type of contact, nearly impossible. So it just has kind of been one of those like the wrong types of people to associate with,
So it's like the Middle Ages, and Spain doesn't want to trade with the Protestants.
basically.
Right. Well, hopefully I can show them that it's worth it, despite who you associate with and how they view them in their eyes.
Just nods. Of course. I will leave it to our to the treasurers to make sure Den Razgard is appropriately compensated for all the forces it mustered. And before I forget, there is here, and she lends out what looks like a very, very old style and almost warped a little bit by water bottle of wine.
Thank you, my queen.
This is one of the parties in Razgard sent out. They established themselves in Ank'Harel and sent this as a thank you or tribute to the Den. It is pre-divergence.
Ooh, fancy.
Shiny leans over to Mars. They sent spoiled wine?
It's an artifact. The Rosgard and Den Rosgard are always happy to help and aid the dynasty, as is the Amethyst Watch. Guard. Shit. Amethyst Guard. I have two get mates mad.
And of course, the Summer Court is always happy to help our friends here in the dynasty.
Yes. That is apparent. We thank you. Well, we will. I'm sure I have contact. Let us know if you need anything.
I hope you do too.
Well, Rathgard, looks like we have a bottle of wine to go try out tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Time to go home.
It's time to go home.
Homeward bound we be?
Yep. We're talking Feywild, right?
Or we can go to her house.
I was
Here.
talking to your house.
Oh yeah, your house is mine too.
Then we start flying that way.
Mars is gonna take Shiny's hand and follow Nyland back.
This was easier when I was a dragon. I'm so tired.
With his 7 strength, Mars will do his best to keep Shiny up.
Aw.
And a little bit of telekinesis.
Nice. So as you slowly move, you are able to get to Grand Shar House, and you all can describe for Warden here. Plus, like, if Warden gets a room, what room do you give Warden?
Well,
Mars's old room is empty.
yeah, you can have Mars' old room. Hope and Dolus technically don't stay here much anymore. Marlboro does. You don't get his room. But yeah, Naomi shows there's a giant like garden and everything. There's paintings all over the house from people and everything. I'm pretty sure Hope's room looks like a ship, if I remember. Very piratey-esque. Dolus' room, I'm pretty sure, was very plain, if I remember. You didn't really want much. And then Mars, you can tell him about your old room.
It's also like very plain. Like he hasn't. You can tell like Mars hasn't stayed in the room in a long time. Just plain decorations. Like most of the accessories and decorations that Mars would have put in there have been taken out and moved elsewhere.
I do gotta say, there is Kath stays here a lot since he lives in Roshana now and runs most of the Wizards of the Rose while we're gone. There's a gaudy picture of him looking very smug in a nice like suit in his drow fairy form that he likes to take. And it's just like gigantic because nobody's been here to tell him no. And he's an ancient silver dragon, of course. So he's taken this over as his lair, technically. So it's you can see there's piles of coin and everywhere, sitting places. And it's
Kirketh
just
finally comes into, oh, I made it!
Hello, you're back.
In his
Hey!
uniform.
It took you a while.
I got here in one day.
Why'd you ever leave?
Well, Shiny said you needed me.
Shinriel?
I gotta go to bed. Oh.
Oh, he's so exhausted and so beat up. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm gonna get him to bed. Bye. Great to see you, Kirkath. Great to see you.
Warden, this is Terkazaris. He is my husband,
Oh, wow. Nice to meet you.
ancient silver dragon.
Seems like everyone's marrying dragons or turning into them.
Oh, anyone I know?
Anyone you know? I'll just glance at Laren and Shiny.
Oh, well, Nylumia, your wife, just got me engaged to one. Or half a dragon, if they're undead. If they're dead, I am unsure.
Well, I'd be concerned, but you're a ghost, so. And
How are you and Borgle on terms when he was alive?
oh. Well, I mean, for a long time there, we're on great terms. Me being trying to plunge the world into darkness and everything, but I mean, now I want to be on good terms with him.
Yeah, I mean, you might
He's
have to be his
dead,
best
right?
man.
Oh wait, oh what?
What? Yeah.
He's not trying to plunge the world into frigid despair anymore, or is he?
Yeah, he is.
Uh, okay, honey.
We'll talk about this. It's okay. I have this huge plan. Don't worry about it. Laren's got him on a pretty tight leash.
We talked once for like 12 seconds.
Pretty tight leash.
As tight as they get, really. And I guess I'll pick up Mars's room if it's basically empty. I don't really add anything, but we'll basically just go pass out.
Nice. All right. So tonight, if you can, you are able to bed down and successfully take a long rest.
Finally. And then shopping. I've got like 18,000 gold. That's like just kind of there.
So, the next day, if you mention that around Illumia and everything, she's gonna say, "Well, I happen to know the perfect bear for you." They,
Oh yeah, I think I met them.
yeah, Peaches. They run shops.
Do they have one in Roshana?
Probably not. I'm pretty sure the queen wouldn't let that bear anywhere in the city.
Definitely not. She has one in Nicodranus, though.
But I'm sure we could get the bear maybe to make a special delivery if you tip her really well.
I do wonder if you could pass along my message to Dolus, so we don't get to use any sendings.
You would like me to message your brother?
Well, yeah, but we can do that later. Like after Peaches.
Here you go, Mars.
Oh,
25 gold.
yep. 25 gold.
Businesswoman, you know me.
Yep.
She hands you the spell slot sending. As you see this little time piece of magic here, she kind of flips over to you and goes, "There you go. It lasts an hour."
Oh, cool. I just sent a message to Dolus, asking him to gate over a squadron of the Amethyst Guard's best fighters, rangers, and warlocks.
Okay. And they respond that they can begin working on that.
Like, gave them specifically to the Jor house. Like,
Just
out
anywhere, you know.
back in the Jor house, in our backyard.
Perfect. All right. Then during this time, I think you can definitely work because you all have your bastions, and with your gold, Warden could build one. They so desire to.
What is a bastion?
Okay. So bastion is it's basically your home base, and there's rules about what you can produce within it, and I'll link over the rules in Discord for it here. It's from the Dungeon Master's Guide. For some reason they put it there when it doesn't belong, but this goes. And so, look, I know, was it Laren? You have your Wizard's Tower as your bastion, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, There's a building, and then there's just many, many things there. Let me put it in the handouts, or whatever I call it in this thing. The stuff channel. There we go. But so that is one way you could spend. But other than that, there is, I guess your party can take you to a Peaches the Bear outpost if you so desire. But yeah, we'll process bastion actions and do really kind of any amount of downtime you want to do. It's kind of all the immediate things seem to have come to a close. And
Oh, should we tell Lady Vexalia that we were successful?
Yeah, I'd do that. Since I realized I'm like, me and Leon are the only ones with sending now. Element goes, "Hey Vexalia, we were able to retrieve the item that you were talking about and stop what was happening, kind of, or at least slow it down. We still plan to visit the Deadlands themselves and deal with that."
of course, I'll begin working on this further alliance with the Summer Court then. It's good to hear.
Now let me will pass the message along to the group. And then she is going to come up to Laren if we have a little bit or some downtime. And she is going to go, would you be able to start helping me assist in something?
What is it that you need help with?
She pulls out a bunch of pieces of paper, and there you see scattered drawings of gates, and you see scattered a drawing of the beacon, and you see a bunch of arcane ruins, and she goes, I need somebody to help me create a spell.
I'm always interested in that, Naomi.
Matt, I'm going to send you the spell that I've worked out. 9th level spell. And then, yeah, she is going to try to start working on this with Laren.
Okay. Look over here. I missed the title there. It's just nth level transmutation. Let's see.
It's also in D&D Beyond, the full spell, if you wanted to look at it. I missed a part of it.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to look into this much deeper. It's long.
Yeah,
but,
it's just
so-
it's a big spell. It's a 9th level spell, and it's something to help our end game really of Shiny creating the gates.
yeah.
So I was looking at it, and like we'd have to pick certain spots on like the map of Wildmount to make this gate thing. But it's just I would like me and Learn to at least try starting the process.
Yeah, I think so because we can definitely get to something along those lines.
Yeah.
So
But yes, she explains it to you. So I had this whole idea of we'd end up creating these 3 gates close. One would have to probably be my whole plan works perfectly because one would have to be in the Deadlands. One would have to be close to where Shiny wants outside of Rexton Drim. And then I was looking at this place called Hupperdew. I've never been there, but it fits in the map ways. But we'd have to create these gates and take pieces of the beacon and possibly, with a lot of hope and luck, maybe we can do this.
Yeah, we should definitely start. Seems like a long-term project to me.
Yeah, that's why I figured at least you could help me now. Since you've gotten the book, you know.
Yes, all the vile lore for you to reference.
How are you feeling since reading that?
I feel fine.
I have a low insight, so I probably believe you. That's good. I'm glad nothing drastically. You haven't like gone deaf. You're blind. Hearing voices.
Well, it's strange, you see, when I read this book, it's almost like I can find the answers to all of my questions in there. It's like strangely like having a mentor of some sort.
Yeah, that's good. Good to know. I'm glad that you have somebody looking over your shoulder and helping you out, Laren.
I'm glad too.
Is his name Vecna?
What? No.
Okay. Whew. Again, low insight. She believed you. Alright. Well, let's get to work, I guess. And that's what, at least I will spend my downtime doing.
And Lauren will help you with that. And anything that's not super good and maybe a bit more necromantic than it needs to be comes from Lauren.
Mars is going to be working with whatever, like, contractor, carpenter, whoever in the summer court to enlarge his barracks for 2,000 gold pieces and issue the recruit order.
Okay, getting the barracks going. Sounds good. So what's your record order ultimately do?
So the recruit order is for recruiting Bastion defenders. Each time you issue the recruit order to this facility, up to 4 Bastion defenders are recruited to your Bastion and assigned quarters in this barrack. The recruitment costs no money. You can issue the recruit order if it's fully occupied. So I think now I have 8 defenders, and my barracks can accommodate up to 25 Bastion defenders.
Nice. Very good. Then anything else? Mars, go ahead, like create like a leader for your nice leader NPC for your area there.
Yeah, working on that.
Shiny.
So I never I realize I'm missing a special facility, so I'm going to add a demi-plane to that, if that's okay.
Casually adds demi-plane. As long as you have the gold.
The special facilities don't cost anything.
They have to take up space, which costs something.
Okay, I'll figure that out. So that I will issue the for the barracks. I will also issue the recruit order.
Excellent.
And can I also... well, I guess that's it.
All right. Very cool. So we got Nailumia in there working on a spell. And what's Warden doing this time?
I'm trying to figure out this Bastion stuff.
So what you're looking at the Bastions, cool.
Yes. Yeah, it's a lot.
It is. Yeah. You do have to know now. Just that's right now probably where you're thinking.
Okay.
Potentially. I just want to know just if there was anything else. So
yeah. I did have a question. So for one of the Bastions, it says I always have Word of Recall prepared, but that's not the spell I can cast. So I guess I can't use it.
I think you get it anyway, depending on what it says on the Bastion. Because I think it's just a feature of the Bastion.
Okay.
Because you just kind of override the class features. Because you have to spend money and make your, have this somewhere.
Okay. So I think if I'm going to make a Bastion here, I guess I need to build the space and then hire 4 hirelings. And then I can start using those features. So, I mean, I'll look more into it, but that would be the first thing I do is build the Sanctum, I guess.
Okay. And then, so, because of the time, you would be able to generally decide where you're building it?
I think it would be in Vasselheim. I don't...
Okay, so the way the Bastions work is like you have to contact them. Yeah, which you can actually. It's just you'd have to somehow send a sending spell to them every time a week, which I guess with your group you probably could. Because right now we do have the 2 who have some in the Feywild, and then we have some here in Roshana. So you could definitely have that being built.
Okay.
Especially just technically you did a big mission, so I could see you kind of push some strings and get some space bought or rented.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably find a place around the Temple of Kord and have my Bastion.
Alright. I do believe I have a map of Vasselheim on the maps thing.
Maps.
World Anvil.
World Anvil. Yes. World Anvil. I see one for player area. Is that the one you're talking about?
Should be maps there, I think.
Trying to look, I see a Silra, Nicodrana, Roshana, Rexitrum, but not.
Okay, so I never put a Vasselheim, it looks like.
What? So is there like a text channel called World Anvil?
Was on welcome.
That's
Ooh,
on
where that one
Welcome.
goes. Looks like I never put the Vasselheim map out. Okay.
There it
I
is.
thought I kind of had. All right, so there's zero, but it's not world. It's not that. All right, let me get that. I thought I did. Might have been two. All right, we'll get to that in a little bit then. I figured that out. Excuse me. In that case, anything else we need to do?
The only other thing that Lumia does is she is going to take some of her money and invest in starting a new pop-up location called Wizards of the Toast. How much does she need to spend?
Okay. I would say, and this is the location in Roshana.
Yeah.
It'd be about 5,000 gold, I think, for this building.
Okay. Perfect. And there is a picture of a wizard proposing to a dragon on the brand.
Amazing. I love it. We got the. All right, I'll put it over. Put the map right now over into the stuff. Tuesday. Yeah. There's a general map there. You guys see what happened? I think to screw me over is basically what happened. All right, then what else?
Can Mars, while he's doing his Bastion stuff, not for like any sort of Bastion order or anything, but for just for regular operations of the Faceless, just start sending like dispersing operatives across Wildmount, like, giving them places to go and just like hang around there.
Putting who around Wildmount?
My faceless spy operatives. Just send them all
nice.
across Wildemount.
Okay, so start giving the order for them to go different places.
Yeah, just like hang out. Don't get into trouble. If you hear anything interesting, any fun goings on, report back to Nisk, the head of the Faceless.
Can Nylumia get in on this, Mars, and ask you to look into Hupperduke and possibly Zadash?
I will send people to Hupperduke. I think Zadash is kind of
She knows
Zadash
it's in the Deadlands.
So if he's able to get some Faceless in there, or near around like somewhere they can get information about Zadash, then he will send his Faceless around there, steering clear of Rexentrum for now.
Okay.
Yeah, steering clear of Rexentrum and the surrounding area. And he's definitely going to post up like 3 or 4 Faceless at the mansion in Nicodranus to kind of like help out in there.
There is one thing. At some point during this time, Laren will send a message to Shauna asking about stuff.
About stuff.
Yes. So she'll message Shauna and say, "Dear Shauna, I am looking for someone named the Working Mother for a project I'm working on. Would you happen to know how I might find them?"
How do you want to play that, Matt?
Well, you got a little bit of the updated info, I believe, right?
Okay, I can share that then. I just wanted to check with you. So you will a message back, Laren, going, yes, I remember you. Good day. And then she will tell you, well, in the world of titanic bones and storm-wrought peaks where clouds loom like funeral shrouds and giants walk with thunderous steps, there dwells a guardian cloaked in humility and bound by a sacred duty, the Working Mother. She is a vision both haunting and serene, a tiefling with the skin of the deep, dusky blue of storm-laden sky just before lightning splits it asunder. Spiraling horns of onyx twist back from her brow, polished smooth from her years of silent prayer with faint runes etched into the curves. Marks of penance and unspoken vows, her eyes gleam with baleful molten gold, flickering like dying candle flames that refuse to be snuffled out. Beneath the heavy cowl of worn ash-grained habit, strands of hair black as coal with threads of silver ash spill like a cascade of smoke. Her hands are always calloused from years of labor, fingers stained with ink in the faint scent of burnt incense. Etched into her palms and winding up her forearms are words of penance, scarred into her flesh with careful precision. Verses of guilt and duty, promises to be a queen who is no longer a god. Her robes are simple but frayed, adorned only by the symbols of a broken crown, and 5 severed heads, a subtle homage to the dark queen who once was. Though her form is lean and weathered, she moves with the grace of a predator, long at rest. Coiled and patient, her voice is low, murmured, layered with sorrow and resolve. In the quiet shadows of the stone crypt she guards, their air grows heavy with the scent of incense and the faint ominous hum of obsidian reliquary she protects. It pulses beneath the wards etched in silver and ash, the echo of dragonic wrath and ambition restrained within.
Okay. Laren just sends out this 25-word message and hears back this mage using every single one of her spell slot to reply to this.
And is that enough information, my dear?
So where is she exactly?
Oh, location-wise. Matt, is that still where we last left her?
Yeah.
Okay, she's not going to give you the exact location because she just knows barely of your group, and this is like her best friend. So she will tell you she is on a few islands outside of a lake in Isilra. that is all I will tell you. For I know you are smart enough, you should be able to find her yourself. Good luck, my dear.
Thank you so much. And Laren blocks Shauna. Now we can do that with sending.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Lumia finds you and goes, "Hey, this weird elf, that weird elf lady contacted me. She told me she can't reach you, but she would like you to come help her on some classes. She said she provided you some information, and you need to teach her at least 1 week of classes for that."
Yes, advanced necromancy, of course. Well,
Right.
no, Lumia, do not ever cast sending to that lady. You'll regret it.
Yeah, okay. She kind of creeped me out the first time, you guys took off with her, so.
What next?
Is there a reason, I guess, why you talked to her? Was there something you're trying to figure out?
I was
Do you have
trying
another
to-
mission?
Yes. Do you remember that worm that we still keep trapped in that bug, that demi-plane?
Uh-huh.
So I was thinking if we could find a replacement for her dear ancestor Sardior's shard in the Divine Gate, then we don't have to, fight 5 or 6 great worms when we get there. And in the Whisper study, I was able to find information on Tiamat's lament, which might be a suitable replacement, and it's in the hands of this person called the Working Mother. I was trying to get information on her. I messaged Shauna, and she spent exactly all of her spell slots messaging me back on this long description of this woman. I guess I can try to send to her now that I have gotten this information, but I need some time to process it. What if they also respond with that many messages?
Gotcha. Yeah, that sounds like a stuck-up elf teacher for me. I've dealt with a couple of them. Amnon was a he's not really an elf, but man, he was a teacher, and let me tell you, he definitely got it from these drow. So, yeah, she reminds me of that.
I don't. Oh well. People do people things, I suppose.
Well, I guess we'll be making a trip here shortly, looks like.
Yes, teaching some necromancy to the young nuns.
Oh, I was talking about looking for your new
Oh, yes, of course.
person.
She said it's Sora, so maybe if we went with Warden when he was trying to build his little project over there.
That would actually probably be a good idea. We should check out Basilam. I mean, I've never been, but I've heard about it.
I almost visited, not voluntarily, of course, but, well, it was probably for the best. Where is Warden?
He would be in Vasselheim working on his bastion. And probably reporting back to the temple about the Titan that Vecna tried to release. Or at least that's how he'll spin it, at the very least.
I totally forgot I teleported him back there like a week ago.
I see.
I hope he got there. He described it really well. He said he had a piece, so I hope he got there. I haven't actually met. Well, hold on. Now Luna goes, "Hey, Warden, Did you actually reach Vasselheim? Just checking. And also, me and the group might be coming up that way. We have to check out somewhere in Asilra. Maybe you can help us.
You want to roll those dice?
Yeah. Sure. Here we go. Oh. That'd be
Turn the
fun.
session into looking for a warden.
62.
62. I think that it meets it. Doesn't it?
I believe so.
Let me look
Teleport.
real quick. All right.
I've
I
never
imagine
been
he has
there.
something from Vasselheim.
If you have linked object, then it's on target.
Yeah, let's see here. Linked object. Let's see here. Yeah, it wouldn't have been 6 months, so you would be able to have a linked object. So yes, they got you there. Whew.
I'll reply. I've been stuck in a tree for a week. I need you to come help.
Oh shit.
I'm kidding.
Woo!
I'm kidding. It's good. Come to the Trial Forge.
I don't think he realizes Laren how magic works.
Hmm?
He told us to come to the Trial Forge. I've never been to this Trial Forge, but
Which is a trial forge.
I don't know. Did you take your piece of
I would've-
Vasselheim with you?
Given you something so that you could come as well,
Okay.
or I would just be stuck there.
Now let me roll his intelligence check. Yeah, she remembers she had it. And then she goes, oh, wait. And then she pulls out a piece of your temple that you studied at. She goes, oh, he gave me this little piece of rock from the temple. I guess we'll have to head over there as soon as you want.
As soon as, yes, 2 weeks after. Sure. Should we go get Mars and Shiny and go together? It's a new place. We should visit together.
I mean, yeah. I suppose we should go get them. Are they still in the Feywild, do you know?
How would I know where they have been off to? You are his grandmother.
I'm not his keeper! Man. Shinrael! Kithra, where are you right this moment, and why are you not at the Jorha?
Give me a second. We're in the Tree of Vow of Eternity.
They'll be here in like a minute.
While they are in the Vow of Eternity, so we can issue an order for each one of our special facilities, right?
It's 1 a week.
Yeah, it's 1 a week.
Okay. At some point during that week or during that time, so I sorry, maybe I'm not. So I did recruit for barracks, so they're going to recruit defenders.
Yes.
And can I then do a action for the observatory? Or
Yeah, you can do that.
okay, not the observatory, the demiplane. I'm sorry, teleportation. Jesus, teleportation circle. So I'm going to recruit a spellcaster. I rolled the dice and I got an even. So I recruit a spellcaster who will cast one wizard spell of level 8 or lower for me. And I'm going to have him cast clone for me. Or them. I have them cast clone for me.
Okay. So, do you have the right ingredients for clone?
The Bastion facility, like the teleportation facility, says that the spellcast you recruit has the material components.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Has ward? Oh no. Sorry, my bad. I misread that. You must pay for any material that has a cost before the spell can be cast.
Yeah, and I have enough money to buy it. So what I assume I
Okay.
would be.
Yeah, so recruiting that caster is going to take a little more to get a caster of 8th level or higher. Like, do you know of someone you'd be able to recruit?
This is if you were level 17 or more, the spell's maximum level increases to 8.
Right.
The spellcasters.
So is the Bastion action recruit?
Yes.
Thank you. I think I was just trying to understand. Perfect. All right. So the shiny clone is starting with 120 days to go.
Now I'm gonna ask this wizard. So if I sorry, I'm out of breath because I came running all the way over here. If I die before 120 days, like what happens?
You die, unfortunately.
Larry, where the hell did you come from?
You recruited a spellcaster, did you not?
Thank you, Larry.
That's hilarious.
Sorry, it just came into my mind.
I love it. It's there.
Oh, so then it doesn't I don't just hang around until the 120 days and then just go into it then?
Mhm.
The clone just becomes an empty vessel?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gross. Weird. Okay. Great. Okay. Yeah, that's the only other. I guess I would also want to check with see if the Amethyst Guard or the any of our people have done any more information about, because last time we sent them to go test the boundaries of the Dwendalian Empire and find pockets or holes and try to get people out if they could. Can we get status updates on that or possible?
Okay, say that again. Sorry, I was reading the clone spell.
So, last time we were here, we had asked our people to test the boundaries of the Dwendalian Empire for holes, and then also try to get as many people out as possible. Just a general update on how that's going, I guess.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So they will start to get a report. Go. Yes, and I'll we have been doing what we can. The defenses are quite thick. Pushing people to the north has been the most successful, and in addition, the help of the bear has been essential.
The bear? Oh, the bear.
Yes, Peaches. The tiny portals to get people out of the city have been able to be made with the coins. The currency takes on a glamour we've been able to push it into the general stock of Rexensham, and it seems to just naturally find its way into the hands of those we need it to. We still estimate a few hundred are imprisoned within Rexensham.
He said there was still a few hundred imprisoned.
Yeah.
And we know where this prison is.
I would say with the intelligence, there's we believe it is beneath somewhere. But I kind of just sort of Can I take a moment as a reliable information was not possible.
What about
Which, incidentally, we have discovered issues. Some during one of the evacuations, there was a incident in the woods leading to the Blooming Grove. One of the refugees should have been fatally injured, but she dissolved into snow. Yes.
We've seen that before. That's a spell, isn't it?
We've heard of such things. There was a learned caster with them who, in the night, cast magic to realize they were carrying 7 such things. The leader of the band decided to unmake all 7. and
So
take
they're
them
on.
to her.
So they're on to us a little more than we thought they'd be.
Well, not sure how many made it through. Many who have come have not stayed here. They've put themselves throughout the Feywild. Some to other courts. We don't know what the purpose of these things are.
How about, did we get any intelligence on the people who were killing the Fae and absorbing their essences, storing them?
Not much more, unfortunately.
Okay, well, thank you for that, and keep your eyes open and let me know if anything else that changes, especially if we get any more information about these snow people that have come to the Feywild.
Of course.
And perhaps also send messengers to warn the other courts.
We will do, if you think that's wise.
We don't have to tell them how they got here. We can just say we discovered that they are here.
Nope, they don't know why else refugees may not be accepted. As you wish.
Wait. Just, let me sleep on it, and then I'll let you know.
Very well.
And he'll fill Mars in on all of that if Mars wasn't with him. So now I don't know what to do. Like, do I warn the other courts? If I warn the other courts, they might refuse to help refugees.
I don't really know how stable a relationship with the other courts is yet. So
You know what? Maybe I just need to have that meeting with all the other leaders of the courts that I've been talking about, that has been suggested a number of times.
I think it's time for that too.
Yeah. You know, I can ask Nylumia. She loves to create a party. Like, we can make it like a ball. Like a forum. What are they called? Yeah, a ball, right?
Ball. Yeah, I think it's just a ball.
A political ball.
Shiny gets another message. So, are you actually coming, or me and Lauren are just going to take off to Vasselheim? We'll see you later.
You You hear back. Shiny rolls his eyes, but and responds exasperatedly. But from Nilumia's side, all she hears is, "I'm coming." And then we'll head over. After about 10 minutes.
God damn it. Yeah.
Amazing. All right, so they come to you. God damn it.
PCD.
Hey, Laren, thanks for your help over the last couple days. Always great to see you in the Feywild. Doesn't clash with your aesthetic at all.
Mm-hmm.
And Ilumia, I was talking to Mars, and I think it's about time that we actually officially extend an invite to the other leaders of the courts. So I was thinking a ball, and you like to plan parties, right? Is that something you'd want to do?
Ooh, the FeyCon.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it. And have
Okay,
all
well-
the representatives of every. I mean, your best probably idea to pass on the message is Peaches, because they somehow figured out to travel through doors.
No. I don't want passing on the messages. We need to have official invites.
Do you know who all the lords and powers of the Feywild are to officially invite?
No. Yes, I agree. We can use Peaches to deliver, but I want to see actual stationery.
You're really good. I know calligraphy.
Yes, exactly. See, now we're onto it. Can we get those out like tomorrow?
Yes, only if you and Mars do something for the Wizards of the Roast. I mean, Wizards of the Toast. I have to start getting used to calling my two separate businesses.
What is that?
Do we get a portion?
I mean, you guys are now, royalty in the Feywild.
You want us to be your first client, don't you?
Well, I mean,
you want us to spread the word into the Feywild. You want us to be your advertisers.
Endorsements. Well, of course, I have a 20% stake in the business anyway because I came up with the name.
Perfect. All right, I'll work on this when we have some time. But for now, we have to head to Silra, technically Vasselheim, to go meet up with Warden.
Cool.
Okay.
We're teleporting to Vasselheim.
Yep.
Laren is humanoid for the day.
Got rid of that pesky undead status.
Yep.
Perfect. And with that, then we're going to go ahead and take our break.
ripple of hidden spells. They dance through realms they cannot be chained. Chaos and commerce perfectly twain. In a world of marvels where rules distort, Peach is the ruler of Faye's own court. Peach is the bear, no softness to hold. Playing the cosmos, their tricks are bold. Rose-kiss secrets and schemes so sly. Cross their den and you'll wonder why. Peach is the bear with a teddy's disguise. A sparkle of mischief lights up their eyes. Pulling the strings where the roses bloom. Fey court whispers, they spell out your doom. A store of wonder, a portal of dreams. Threads of the multiverse stitched in their seams. Cute but prickly like thorns on a vine. This your sign trickster rewrites the line. Peach is the bear, no softness to hold. Playing the cosmos, their tricks are bold. Rose-kiss secrets and schemes so sly. Cross their den and you'll wonder why. Charms on the shelves in the twilight hue. Vials and trinkets, a mystical brew. Behind the counter, their laughter swells. Every deal's a ripple of hidden spells. They dance through realms they cannot be chained. Chaos and commerce perfectly twain. In a world of marvels where rules distort, Peach is the ruler of Faye's own court. Peach is the bear, no softness to hold. Playing the cosmos, their tricks are bold. Rose-kiss secrets and schemes so sly. Cross their den and you'll wonder why. Peach is the bear with a teddy's disguise. A sparkle of mischief lights up their eyes. Pulling the strings where the roses bloom. Fey court whispers, they spell out your doom. A store of wonder, a portal of dreams. Threads of the multiverse stitched in their seams. Cute but prickly like thorns on a vine. This your sign trickster rewrites the line. Peach is the bear, no softness to hold. Playing the cosmos, their tricks are bold. Rose-kiss secrets and schemes so sly. Cross their den and you'll wonder why. Charms on the shelves in the twilight hue. Vials and trinkets, a mystical brew. Behind the counter, their laughter swells. Every deal's a ripple of hidden spells. They dance through realms they cannot be chained. Chaos and commerce perfectly twain. In a world of marvels where rules distort, Peach is the ruler of Faye's own court. Peach is the bear, no softness to hold. Playing the cosmos, their tricks are bold. Rose-kiss secrets and schemes so sly. Cross their den and you'll wonder why. is the bear with a teddy's disguise. A sparkle of mischief lights up their eyes, pulling the strings where the roses bloom. Fate court whispers, they spell out your doom. A store of wonder, a portal of dreams, threads of the multiverse stitched in their seams. Cute but prickly like thorns on a vine. Is your sign trickster rewrites the line. Peach is the bear, no softness to hold, playing the cosmos, their tricks are bold. Rose kiss secrets and schemes so sly, cross their den and you'll wonder why. Charms on the shelves in the twilight hue, vials and trinkets, a mystical brew. Behind the counter, their laughter swells, every deal's a ripple of hidden spells. They dance through realms they cannot be chained. Chaos and commerce perfectly twain. In a world of marvels where rules distort, Peach is the ruler of Faye's own court. Peach is the bear, no softness to hold, playing the cosmos, their tricks are bold. Rose kiss secrets and schemes so sly, cross their den and you'll wonder why. Peach is the bear with a teddy's disguise. A sparkle of mischief lights up their eyes, pulling the strings where the roses bloom. Fate court whispers, they spell out your doom. A store of wonder, a portal of dreams, threads of the multiverse stitched in their seams. Cute but prickly like thorns on a vine. Is your sign trickster rewrites the line. Peach is the bear, no softness to hold, playing the cosmos, their tricks are bold. Rose kiss secrets and schemes so sly, cross their den and you'll wonder why. Charms on the shelves in the twilight hue, vials and trinkets, a mystical brew. Behind the counter, their laughter swells, every deal's a ripple of hidden spells. They dance through realms they cannot be chained. Chaos and commerce perfectly twain. In a world of marvels where rules distort, Peach is the ruler of Faye's own court. Peach is the bear, no softness to hold, playing the cosmos, their tricks are bold. Rose kiss secrets and schemes so sly, cross their den and you'll wonder why. Peach is the bear with a teddy's disguise. A sparkle of mischief lights up their eyes, pulling the strings where the roses bloom. Fate court whispers, they spell out your doom. A store of wonder, a portal of dreams, threads of the multiverse stitched in their seams. Cute but prickly like thorns on a vine. Is your sign trickster rewrites the line. Peach is the bear, no softness to hold, playing the cosmos, their tricks are mystical brew. Behind the counter, their laughter swells. Every deal's a ripple of hidden spells. They dance through realms they cannot be chained. Chaos and commerce perfectly twain. In a world of marvels where rules distort, Peach is the ruler of Faye's own court. Peach is the bear, no softness to hold. Playing the cosmos, their tricks are bold. Rose-kissed secrets and schemes so sly. Cross their den and you'll wonder why. Peach is the bear with a teddy's disguise. A sparkle of mischief lights up their eyes. Pulling the strings where the roses bloom. Fae court whispers, they spell out your doom. A store of wonder, a portal of dreams. Threads of the multiverse stitched in their seams. Cute but prickly like thorns on a vine. This your sign trickster rewrites the line. Peach is the bear, no softness to hold. Playing the cosmos, their tricks are bold. Rose-kissed secrets and schemes so sly. Cross their den and you'll wonder why. Charms on the shelves in the twilight hue. Vials and trinkets, a mystical brew. Behind the counter, their laughter swells. Every deal's a ripple of hidden spells. They dance through realms they cannot be chained. Chaos and commerce perfectly twain. In a world of marvels where rules distort, Peach is the ruler of Faye's own court. Peach is the bear, no softness to hold. Playing the cosmos, their tricks are bold. Rose-kissed secrets and schemes so sly. Cross their den and you'll wonder why. Peach is the bear with a teddy's disguise. A sparkle of mischief lights up their eyes. Pulling the strings where the roses bloom. Fae court whispers, they spell out your doom. A store of wonder, a portal of dreams. Threads of the multiverse stitched in their seams. Cute but prickly like thorns on a vine. This your sign trickster rewrites the line. Peach is the bear, no softness to hold. Playing the cosmos, their tricks are bold. Rose-kissed secrets and schemes so sly. Cross their den and you'll wonder why. Charms on the shelves in the twilight hue. Vials and trinkets, a mystical brew. Behind the counter, their laughter swells. Every deal's a ripple of hidden spells. They dance through realms they cannot be chained. Chaos and commerce perfectly twain. In a world of marvels where rules distort, Peach is the ruler of Faye's own court. Peach is the bear, no softness to hold. Playing the cosmos, their tricks are bold. Rose-kissed secrets and schemes so sly. Cross their
Alrighty. We're back. So, excuse me, with a flash of violet light and a slight reaction, and those around, what piece of temple did you give them there?
It had been something from the Trial Forge. Piece of rock from the pit, or like a piece of wood from a training dummy.
Gotcha. Perfect. So with that, you find yourselves put out quite powerfully into a large arena as a fist flies through the air and goes towards Naomi's face for a 16 to hit.
Miss.
You it's like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! And there's a clamoring of guards as your attention, Warden, is brought to this disturbance.
I'll hop down in the pit. I'd say, they're with me. They're with me. They can be here. It's fine. I can't believe you missed. She's like tiny. Not that hard to miss.
Just quick.
Yeah, well, you need to be quicker. Start running. Make him run around the arena a few times.
They do.
So, what's up?
Well, Laren had to come here, I guess, for some reason, and we figured you know this place best, and we wanted to see how you're doing. It's been like a week. How's
Doing
your
great.
income coming?
Yes, building up. I got put in charge of a large group of soldiers from Cord's Temple, and trying to get them ready and into shape. And then just doing duties around the temple.
I guess you would know Vasselheim best. Is there a temple? Would you call her, Laren, the Working Mother?
Yes, I'm looking for this individual named the Working Mother. Description of her is as follows. She describes this woman, detailed tiefling woman, whatever, seems to be a priestess type person. Here on is Cyrilla, but Laren's not quite sure where exactly she is.
Would I have heard of the Working Mother?
So, since you've been back, there is a new temple called the Temple of the Working Mother. And an order of the Working Mother that has been out of there. They, from what you've been able to gather, they originally had gotten shelter from the Church of Sarenrae, and the Temple of Sarenrae rather, and then given their own area that nearby, and they mostly have seen themselves with the care of orphans, any refugees, and very distinctly children and unmarried women with children that they kind of continually help, as well as some other projects. Definitely the most active and I guess good working of all the temples. In fact, going by much of the time, it's hard to find somebody, but you can see them all over. They all wear black and white as they move around town, doing good things, repairing and various tasks.
I'll say, yeah, they're kind of all over the place. They do have a temple nearby. They tend to take in a lot of orphans and just kind of doing stuff for the city. I'm sure if they were here 30 years ago, I would have been in there instead of at the Temple of Cord. But I'm sure we can find someone who's from there, and they can point you in the direction.
Oh, that's great. If you could lead us to the temple later. I am looking for something in their possession.
I will take them to the temple. I had a map of Vasselheim somewhere. And you said that it's by the
Everlight.
Everlight. Weird.
So it had been, I believe, near the Braving Grounds.
Oh, so it's like right here.
Yeah, Serenite. Temple of Saving Ray is right through the wall of.
Yeah, you could almost jump over there.
Yeah. Like, where's my? Right there! You see this large temple.
See it.
Erin is tempted to pass through the wall, but she remembers where this is. Nope, not a good idea. Let's just take the regular route.
We've got plenty of flying as well, but I doubt they would be too happy with that. We can just walk around. It's not a far walk.
Yes, a large ballista on the towers makes you think otherwise. Yeah, so kind of doing a little bit of a circle route. You can see all the various buildings here in this grand city. Again, the architecture here is kind of top-notch, ancient, but almost more advanced than other places. Widely considered the first city and the oldest of all humanoid here in Exandria. As you circle around, and you can see the small building off to the side, where you can see a woman in what essentially is like a nun's habit around her head, scrubbing hard on the side of the Serenade Temple. She bears some of the stores that you recognize as someone from the Working Mother. And she has like 3 smaller children, a tiefling and 2 elves that are helping her.
And were you looking for someone specific or just someone from the temple?
The importance of the thing, I was looking for their head of the temple, the Working Mother herself, but I guess we have to start somewhere.
Yeah, I'll walk up to the woman in the robes, say, good morning, we're looking for the head of the Temple of the Working Mother.
Starts brushing herself off. The head, we don't like to think ourselves in such way, but I'm currently the highest ranked here in the city.
Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm out of the Temple of Cord, the Trial Forge, and I have some friends who came to visit you.
Oh, I am Sarai,
Warden.
head mother, at least acting head mother currently. It's good to meet all of you. May I get you something to drink? We can go inside.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Come, please. She puts y'all in and pours tea for everyone, and she goes, "You've came looking. Is there something you need help with? A project that we can do?"
Well, I am in search of something that just might be very important to the Working Mother herself. The one who started your order, I presume.
Yes. What is your interest in her? Not many come looking for her.
I wish to discuss a piece of artifact that is I researched to be in her possession.
Let's see. And Shiny, you're there, right?
Yes.
You can see there's a slight shift to the way that she holds herself, and you're able to pick up with your ears just the slightest sound of a blade unsheathing within her habit.
Are we connected psychically still?
Yeah, because I do that every day. If I don't know, I will spend the spell slot if you think that's okay, Matt.
If you don't
Okay.
need to, we are always connected as long as we're 30 feet because of Caracat, my staff.
Okay. Then in his head, he'll say, "Marsh is pulling a knife."
I'm gonna respond back. Are you sure it's her and not someone else? Shiny, are you sure it's her, not someone else?
Oh, yeah, it was her, wasn't it? She was
I
shifting.
mean,
her
you hear, yeah. I mean, it seemed though you hear it from that direction. It's hard to know because you can't see it, but you definitely hear it.
Or someone in that, or someone there.
Mars is gonna put his hand to his back and just rest his. Look like he's resting his hand, or scratching the back of his neck, but is reaching for the handle of the spear sheath.
So Larry, continue what you were saying.
So we hear this, like, right? This is a collective bond. Or were you just talking to Mars?
I have no idea. I don't know how this thing works.
Like, if it's through hive mind, then we are all connected. So I don't know how Naumia's staff work.
Naumia's staff is just you link up to 10 creatures, including yourself, with telepathic bond.
Okay, so we'll call it a group chat.
Yeah, that's fine.
So hearing what's going on in the group chat, Laren will say, "There's no reason to be alarmed. We came here for an open conversation. We're not looking to rob you or take anything in your possession necessarily."
I can't be too careful. Things are. I'm just being cautious.
I understand. This is, well, I guess I should tell you more. This is for... It's funny when I say this. It's for the stability of this world. It's of paramount importance that we discuss this with you, with the one who is in possession of that artifact regarding its proper use.
If you are working for the Working Mother, last I heard she was in the West. But be careful. I seem all to be genuine. Plus, you are with Warden here. The Triforge and Cord were not among those trying to kill the Working Mother earlier. So, I trust you. But she fled to the west. And she simply says she is safe with her family there. Something about being in a really tall... No, not tall castle. High castle. But she doesn't give much other information.
I see.
But we've been carrying on her mission here. She just showed me that there was ways to give, even though I had taken what never should be took. So I'm grateful for her.
Right. Very interesting doctrine you're carrying out over here.
Not so much doctrine. We don't worship anything. We just. Those of us who have chosen to serve have committed evil for many reasons. It's here that we just try to pay back. Some for years, and others, those of us who make our way up, are ones whose debt likely could never be repaid, at least in our minds.
So this is your way of trying to not so much get a redemption, but start on that.
Yes, in a way. I had killed a child so there'd be enough room and food for mine. And then when mine perished, I killed more out of jealousy. I thought I'd be executed, but the mother was there. She blamed herself and taught me to do better.
Sounds like a very kind and morally upstanding person. Yes, an amazing person. Would you mind? Do you know her name?
Wait, who did you kill?
How is that?
Colin. Farah. Archibald. Ezra. Asai. And Deverin.
Oh, I just meant like were they like robbers or
Children.
Oh.
5 babies. 2 below the age of 5, but older than 3.
Shiny's gonna walk away from this conversation at this point.
Oh, pardon him. He's always a bit. Well.
It's fine. I expect nothing from anyone. This is simply, as she put it, to have given myself over to death would have been a waste. This way, it's not redemption. It's just not wasting one more life, as she would say.
And that is certainly good thinking.
Her name, you said, Esme.
Esme. Oh, thank you for the information.
Indeed. Well, I should get back to it. Anything else? Was the tea good?
Yes, the tea was delicious.
And anything else for this individual?
Nothing from Larry unless anyone else wants to.
No.
All right. She gets up and kind of starts going back to her work. And she's another one come in, and she has 2 children. She's like, I found 2 more. She goes, good. I'll get them fed and dressed. And see if someone in the Raven's Quest will tutor them. Of course. And y'all can leave.
Where is the Titan in the city? Is it in the Dusk Meadow?
believe so. There's still, you do see the Titan standing strong, this large statue, and it has been made into a type of playground. Oddly, a lot of kids kind of play, and like they've done a project to make it a little bit into a playground for kids and rock climbing things for some adults to train.
It's the size of the Titan we fought, right? Or is it bigger?
Yeah, I think about 40 feet. Yeah.
I was imagining like hundreds of feet tall. Yes.
Yeah, it would be hundreds of feet. Actually, I'm sorry. That's how we made this one. So we have said this before in a different one.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's hundreds of feet. So what they've made it out of is like up to its kneecap is where kids play.
Gotcha.
And then it goes higher and higher.
Well, we can head out west to find whatever this thing that you're looking for is. I don't think you've told us.
Go ahead.
Have I heard anything about the Whispered Promise and like the wars that she said she was gonna bring?
Okay. So Whispered. Where was the Whispered Promise? What context did we get that one?
I believe that's what we released from when we were in Cavidius.
Yes.
The betrayal.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I was like, what did I get my mind back there? So you just like if you'd heard anything yet?
Yeah, just any information.
Yeah, no, it's been about a week. There's just not been. If you're trying to do research,
Okay.
would you be trying to research on her here?
Not research, but any like events that might be tied to her doing.
I would say no, not yet. There hasn't been much here.
So
Are we okay with just letting a baby killer not face justice?
She is repenting, is she not?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but that's what they say.
They do good work in the city. It's not our place to judge, I don't think. And if you kill one of them, I don't know if you're going to be welcome back into Vasselheim.
I didn't say anything about killing her.
If you attack her, torture her, and they find out.
Wait, Warden, you are escalating things very high. I just said justice, like I meant like a trial or something. Jeez.
I think the leadership of the city is allowing them to stay here because they are actively repenting. I don't think they committed any crimes in Vasselheim, so I don't think they're going to charge them with anything.
Not that your sit-back leadership would know if they did.
They're pretty tough when it comes to crimes in these walls.
Mm.
But
yeah, they might feel a little differently if it was their kid.
But it wasn't. And it wasn't anyone from Vasselheim. So they don't care.
Wonderful city.
If you're not in these walls, they don't care.
Yeah. I think in the story Warden, you kind of make sense if everything about this sounds like what they did was outside of the city and came in with people. And so if the people who came into the city had accepted them, then the city would be like, all right. So they kind of don't care in a sense.
So,
What?
are we gonna go try that Titan slide, Warden?
Sure, there's a bar in his butthole.
What?
Cannon.
There's a. I don't remember the name of it, but there's a bar. We can go there.
This leads to me a number of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Why does the Titan even need a butthole?
I don't know if it was organic or carved out. I don't know. Titan anatomy was missed in my teachings.
Better question, Shiny. How do we get our names associated with this bar?
What, do you want a bakery in the nipple or what?
I mean, a wizard shop, in the nose area would be pretty cool. Just saying.
I think the head's pretty off limits.
Fine, we'll go with the coffee shop and the navel.
They say it's location, location, location.
Exactly, and Wizards of the Roast hasn't made its way to Isilra yet, so this is perfect real estate shopping. Naomi loves this crap.
But I know if you had to set up something with a city, or you could just start building on the Titan.
Oh, to actually build upon it. Yeah, there is. You do have to but you can buy property there. Upon the Titan, because there's many caverns within the Titan's body, and there's several elevators that pour materials and people up into there. And so you could definitely grab a Titan space or whatnot.
Yeah, if y'all want to, we can talk to a realtor, get you some space in the Titan.
Naomi gives Liren these big puppy dog eyes and goes, I know we're here for you and your mission and for the protect the world from the divine gate getting destroyed and all that we promised. But please.
Oh, that's not tour. Do whatever you want with the coffee shop first. That sounds more fun.
Haha. To the Titan.
And we'll head over to the Dusk Meadow and head up the Titan. There's an elevator in its heel, I guess.
Yep. As this raises you and can see excuse me. All in here there's torchlight that has been carved out of the Titan. So you can see there's windows now all throughout its body. As you can see it being lit from the inside. Almost like an amazing high-rise apartment. As you're taken up into one of the many caverns within them.
So, good sirs, our group is curious about purchasing a spot in the naval area to be made into the Wizards of the Roast.
Right. This is the head lister office where you see two dwarves taking care of things. All right. Well, first of all, who are you? What? Just Wizards of the Roast? What's that?
It's a coffee shop coming to Alexandria. It's right now located and she names off every location. And we are known as the Razgard. We are sponsored by this man, Warden. You probably know of him. He is very big around this town.
I don't know how big of a name I have outside of the Temple of Kord, but he would
I always
certainly
fuck you up.
see the temple paraphernalia and the lightning symbols.
All right then. How much space are you looking to find? See, I do have a few open buildings in the naval.
Wait. Now, Lumia, picture
Yes.
this.
I'm listening.
A franchised branch off of Wizards of the Roast that is restaurant. It's more like a cafe. It's more leaning into the cafe, and so more restaurants. And if we build it like in that section, and he points towards the creature's rib cage, he goes, we can call it Wizards of the Rib Roast.
How much do people like eating around here, Warden?
Loads. Plenty of places to eat, especially in the Titan. A lot of restaurants have popped up.
All right, grandson. This is going to be your first chance at a real investment. If it fails, well,
Poor
you lose
management.
Your 20% of the Razguard's intake on all of the other business.
No, never mind.
Deal.
I know. I never agreed to anything.
I will sponsor you in this. Gold.
I was just coming up with the pun names. That's all I wanted to do.
Well, then we will stick with Wizards of the Toast for now.
Sounds good.
She puts that on her back burner, though. What's yours of the pot?
Rib roast.
Rib roast. But yes, we are looking for a decent location for a coffee shop in the naval area.
All right. How big?
About 1,200 square feet.
Looks all right. Looks like we have an open space for about 7,500 gold.
Okay.
All right.
Would you all like to be Prime memberships and have a free year subscription to Wizards of the Roast? Also Wizards of the Toast if you would like to get married coming up soon in the future. But we could work out a deal.
I mean, it's all goes to the city. It's just what's but I mean, suppose if you let's see here. I mean, what type of deal are you talking about?
Well, you get a free year's worth of any one item of the day you'd like to try at Wizards of the Roast. And if you would like to purchase our premium package of Wizards of the Toast, we will cut you a 1,000 gold price off our premium deluxe package.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yep, now let me use some lucky feet. Oh, that's a 14.
14. Okay. So, let's see here. Tell you what, I'll take 50 gold off if we for 3 if we can have those pastries for 3 years.
Deal.
All right. That's 7,450 gold.
But only the pastries.
Yes, yes.
If Nylumia doesn't mind, Darren will pay a portion of it because the idea of a ghost owning a coffee shop in the Holy City makes her want to laugh.
Yes. How much would you like to contribute, Laren? See, this is an investment, Shiny.
Let's do. She'll pay half of it.
Okay, so we'll
What's
call
the math here?
3,500. I'll say.
Okay.
Perfect. Now to the bar and the slides to get drunk and try the slide out.
All right. Give me a acrobatics check for sliding.
Oh, Lord.
Nailumi is a disadvantage because she's drunk.
6.
7.
16.
19.
Drunk.
This is the time for Blake song for advantage. And Nat 20 for 26.
Amazing.
Wait, I forgot. I always forget that I have this. I am going to use one of Titania's memories to roll a d6. Oh, d6 probably not going to help. Who cares? I never get to use this thing. D6 to add a d6 to my roll. And I get 3, so that brings it to a 10.
Oh, okay. So then you're able to stay on. However, Warden, everyone else gets that because it does the impossible like loop-de-loop slides where you actually have to push off to give yourself a little bit more leverage, and the kids seem to know how to do it, how to make like a leap just at the right second to hit the other slide and not fall. However, you 20 feet up do not to do such a thing as you fall down for 8 bludgeoning damage right on your face.
I don't know who built these slides, but this clearly isn't safe for children.
Someone goes, "Oh yeah, the ones that fail get taken in by the working mothers."
They probably broke some bones.
You just didn't do it right. You gotta like kick off when you get to that one point.
Yeah.
While we're messing around, can Shiny go shopping for some really fancy stationery and stationery envelopes? Is there like a boutique bookstore?
For stationery, yeah, you can find some. I see some it's commemorative of the Titan. Others have some of the kind of crazy. There's all types that look like there's essentially like a notebook that's covered in ravens' feathers, another, and what looks like these scales that have been decoratively like layered into it, almost like dragon scales, and then different papers that have been stamped. Sites around one with a large tree that you can see in Vesson. There's a large tree that rises up in the one corner. And there's one that kind of commemorates that as well.
Yeah, he'll buy the fanciest version of something that looks like it could be made into an invitation, and buy a whole bunch for Nailumi to do calligraphy on later.
Very nice.
What would have been the temple's reactions to me telling them that basically Vecna had another Titan trying to come into the world?
I think so. This was just the one of Cord, right?
I mean, I would have told them, and I imagine they would have told the others at the very least. I don't know who would have like the most interest in something like that, but definitely Temple of Cord, and then the Platinum Dragon for sure.
So as you actually give that information, they take it all down, and you give the information that you successfully what should they be asking to go? And was all this quelled successfully then?
It's sealed for now, but we don't know if it can come back.
And this is in the area of the Dwendalian Empire.
No, it's a few miles outside of Roshana.
Are you talking about the so you're talking about sorry.
Where the Titan is.
The Titan. I thought you were talking about Vecna and that place, not the. Okay, I got a little confused. What you were referring to. I thought you were talking about the heart, and okay, so that you see their reactions go. Well, then that is likely an issue for the Bright Queen. Sir Laelis Kryn will figure something out. There's no need to concern ourselves.
But I mean, if he's raising another Titan, he could come to this city. So he did the last one.
And heroes protected this, and they'll protect others. And if it does rise, even if it were to come here, it would have to cross the ocean, then the lands to the west. So we'd have time to prepare.
You don't think it's worth looking into, worth working with the Bright Queen?
She has made no request of us. And even if they did, the politics of that, if need be, we might send someone, but after all, you were there, and you were part of the initial quelling. So, through you, Vasselheim has already helped a great deal. So you're asking us if we would do more, and right now it is resting or sealed. Or as we know more, maybe we will do things.
Yeah, yes, I completely agree. We will let the Bright Queen handle this. And if it comes up again, I'm sure they'll reach out to me. I can even see if I can summon some members of the Trial Forge.
Well, if an individual place was to get involved, but again, there's always something going on in Exandria, Warden. If we are to respond to every issue. Besides, Wildemount in particular is rife with political issues. For us to be seen helping the dynasty more than any of the other 3 nations there, we would might make it difficult for us to do what needs to be done other places.
Seems like we're not doing much, though.
That is a testament to the strength of Exandria at large. They don't need us to unnecessarily risk the city and its history.
But the last time we didn't do much, we made a new god, a new betrayer, basically. And he's active again. If we would have been doing more, we could have stopped that. And that affects the city.
But it was taken care of.
It was. But next time we might not get so lucky. A little proactiveness goes a long way. And I'll leave at that.
Yeah.
Is there anything else anyone else wanted to do in the city?
How'd your talk with your superiors go?
They said other people would handle it, and if it became a problem, then they would, like they typically do. It's not their problem until it suddenly is, and there's a Titan in the city tearing down walls.
Well, maybe they do need to see that again.
I don't think they learned the first time, unfortunately. And it's going to happen again eventually. But hopefully I can change minds.
I believe in you, Warden.
It's a lot of politicking. But disaster is something that tends to bring people together.
Well, does anybody else want to do something in town?
If not, I would like to be out of the Holy City.
I kind of want to see if there's any information we can find on how to undo the Deadlands, because we are here and it's the oldest city in the world. And I feel like there's some knowledge to point us in the right direction, because that is a massive issue right there.
If you're talking undead, Raven Queen typically has information on it. Temple to the Raven Queen up in the Raven's Nest.
We probably shouldn't head that way, or at least some of us.
I will wait here.
I'll wait with
How
you.
you do that?
I can go myself.
I'll come with you.
Mars and Warden will go over to the Raven's Crest. Or probably to like the Raven's Crest. That's the temple to the Raven Queen, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So we're gonna head over towards the Raven's Crest.
All right.
As we're walking, I was gonna say to Warden, you know, I probably haven't told you this because you're new. We haven't really had much time to converse since you helped us out in the Verstiglad. But I worked for the Empire, the Delian Empire, and there's a list of gods that are not allowed worship there.
Cord being one.
Cord being one, yeah. My family, since we're from the Feywild, we're changelings and we're very tricksy. We often would follow the Moonweaver, but she is not legally allowed worship within the Empire, so I had to find some sort of cover-ish. Or put something down for any sort of religious following, and I, was goth-ish adjacent, definitely goth, and the Raven Queen just sounded really cool. So, for a few years, I could have fucking around with the Raven Queen.
Nothing wrong with having more than one god. They all offer their own things, you know.
I think I'm on like God 3 now.
Impressive. Did you go to a lot of temples? Did you?
I mean, I worked in Rexentrum, so there's the temple in Rexentrum. But like I never like went for like proper actual worship. It was all just like I would pass by there, keep up appearances. Just like, yeah, I definitely worship this god. I'm gonna pay tribute. There's actually this one job that I went on. I think, yeah, on like my last job with the trust, one of the people I was training almost just ate dirt, like almost fully died. So we had to take them over to the Temple of the Raven Queen because I was relatively known there and they helped us out. So that was fun. They still died the next day, but like they helped out.
He still died?
Yeah, I was branded a traitor to the Dwendalian Empire for doing my job, and they killed literally everyone that I was training for the trust. Right in front of me too. It was very, very messed up.
That is terrible.
Oh yeah.
It does seem to match what I've heard about the Dwendalian Empire.
Oh, it very much does.
I tend to avoid it as much as possible.
I genuinely wish I could, but they're kind of hurting my people and Chinese people. Really, just all Fey people. So we're trying to just gonna put a stop to that. But I think I'm coming here mostly for the Deadlands, which is the first big issue, and something that I've been fascinated by for kind of since it's kind of started.
Well, if there's any turmoil, I wouldn't shed a tear if the Dwendalian Empire fell at some point. Certainly.
I don't know about fall. I'd say maybe. I guess it wouldn't be Dwendalian anymore. It would, be
change in
something
leadership.
Yeah, change in leadership. Be something better. Not what it's doing right now.
But if they're anything like Vasselheim, it's hard to change people's minds who are currently in power. Usually takes something kind of drastic.
Yeah, and drastic's kind of all that's been seen in the Empire. There's a lot of shit that's happening.
The Raven Queen followers have always creeped me out, so should probably be quick.
Yes, it's like the mask is crazy.
Before they make us like bathe in blood or drink it or something, they do insane shit in there. I've heard stories.
Yeah, younger me thought that was really cool.
It's unhygienic, is what it is.
It is. After having been a sorcerer who could clean himself with just like a flick of the wrist, like prestidigitation, that was like, whoa. That just made it so much easier. Like that, I just realized how fucking nasty that would have been. Like actually bathed in blood.
Like every once in a while, you'll see people coming out of the temple and they're just covered in blood. It's like,
yeah,
what is that?
Yeah, where did they get all this blood?
Maybe it's just like colored water, but it's pretty thick.
It does look viscous, yeah. Oh, we're here. I'm just gonna, if the door's closed, just knock on the door of the temple.
As you approach, you are greeted, like even before you kind of walk, a woman standing in all black outfit with her face covered in a black veil that you cannot see through. So please interjects and stops. Ah, welcome. 2 seekers, I see. How may I help you?
We're pretty far travelers, more so me than my companion here. I come from Wildmount. I don't know if you're aware of what is going on in the heart of the continent of Wildmount. But my party and I have been in there and have been tasked with dealing with folks who reside within there, and I just want to know if there's anything that can be done regards to like protections from undead affliction, or if there's any possible chance of cleansing the spread.
I see. You seem earnest. Come. She invites you in and takes you actually down a flight of stairs into it kind of leads to a second, a third, and a fourth. You seem to be 4 levels below the surface. All the bricks here look like hand carved. Each one just like slight feathers or skulls adorned in, like they're made by many different artists over many, many years. And on this 4th floor, you can see it goes deeper. This 4th level of sub-basement. She leads you down a hallway of many doors, all black wood. She raps lightly. You hear a voice within. Yes? She goes, I have 2 people you may want to talk to. One of them has been inside the Deadlands. The door immediately opens, and you see this human woman standing. She's got long hair that is runs purple and black. She wears what appears to be a dress and corset of black feathers, and has a violet pendant at her chest that comes down. Her dress stuff has like a sweetheart cut. Goes down into what actually seems to be like thick black fabric pants and boots. As she gives kind of a sly smile. Ah, you've actually been inside.
We have.
Then come in already. And she shuts the door behind you. Goes, now tell me everything.
Well, we've specifically been to the region known as the First Iglad, which is on the southern reach of the Deadlands.
Map out. Yes. It's here or here?
Pardon the map. Kind of more this general area. Pardon the where I believe the sanctum is. While we were in there, the barrier affected our memories. The area began to warp our perceptions of reality. We encountered denizens of the Deadlands who, upon, I'll say, expiration, just cobbled themselves back together and got back up.
Interesting. Of course. This has been of great interest. I can't believe you made it in and out. That is quite an accomplishment.
Well, the Rosguard is quite the accomplished group.
And she presses this button, and a series of darts fly out of the walls and stick both of you. She carefully looks. You're bleeding. Perfect. Just wanted to make sure that you weren't undead.
No. But we did fight some more undead up by Roshana. It was some sort of metal titan that dealt with blood.
Well, Shauna, I know they have their own issues.
Mm-hmm. With
And
the
we're not
Bardfields.
allowed there, yes.
They certainly accepted my help.
I'm sure they did, but anyway, we've not been allowed there. They worship what they call the light. If we were invited, we would certainly, well, see what we could do. But that's not what I'm here to know. I don't care. It's the Deadlands that is my area of study. Ever since I heard about it a few years ago. Coming up, and time seems to work differently there. And you've greatly added to my research. So I thank you. I hope you have a good day.
I do have 2 names for you, though. People who have some larger connection within the Deadlands. There's a mage named Azrael.
Oh, yes, Ezra. I've talked to this man. He gave me most of all the information we have on it.
You
Quite the expert.
You spoke to him? Which one?
One? There are a few that go by that name?
I shape changed into the Azrael that Mars worked with in Rexendrum for that little one shot. So there's this Azrael who is an archmage within the Dwendalian Empire. And then if there is any sort of visible difference between that Azrael and the Inheritor, Mars will shape change again to look more like the Inheritor.
And they're mostly like the same person.
Yeah.
Like
This isn't like cosmetic difference.
Oh. He let himself go.
If it is the same person, then yes, he definitely did.
I mean, I don't know anything about that. I just, him and Amnon have been my 2 major sources for this. From the dynasty.
Right, Amnon, yeah.
But yes, it's it kind of goes into how we already know, like where the boundaries are, and kind of goes through the whole thing. And for some reason, well, they're the ones that stop the spread, of course. They're, I mean, it's one of those things. I used to doubt what they used to say, which is let the people figure their own way if they do not ask for our help. And here, 2 accomplished people of the arcane were able to stop something that many would think only the intervention of the gods or their representatives could have done. Just 2 people marshaled their whole nations to contain the Deadlands. That's a testament to the wisdom of Vasselheim. To allow people, to allow the nations to find their true power.
So, Azrael began referring to himself as the inheritor of Vecna's power. He while we were in the Verstiglad, we entered the sanctum of the Whispered One.
Really such right now.
And
You think this is connected? The Deadlands bear connection to Vecna, then?
the Deadlands and the Verstiglad have a very similar motif about them, and Azrael was searching for his quote-unquote inheritance from the sanctum. He wasn't alone, though, and Mars will shape change into a Lanthor. You saw his face. There was this man.
She kind of looks a little bit as she goes through some papers, and she finally finds something she's looking for, and you see like a sketch of the man you've turned into. I've heard of him, yes.
I got a name, Lanthor. I don't really know who he is. We have
There's a few eyewitness accounts of him that he was sent by Ezrael, in fact. Accounts taken before their execution, of course. But it all points to... Okay. He is a leader of forces there. Let's see here. One referred to him as the Dread Watcher. Anyway, it seems that there is often those who would cross over the barriers would find him patrolling with some undead creature or another, or a few. Reports of shadows or large, giant skeletons themselves. There's rumors that even there were giants buried far beneath the lands of Wildmount that were resurrected in the Deadlands.
Wow.
Now, the interesting thing, of course, is that it seems like these have, many have a sentience, a purpose. But I've been collecting this information some time. A name to this Dread Watcher, a Lanthor. It's quite something. Thank you.
Of course. When we encountered him, he was with Azrael. And when we did battle with another one of Azrael's now former followers, this informant told us that Azrael had a Lanthor working on something else for him within the Deadlands. We don't know what, we don't know where he is, what he's doing. But there's something going on.
Well, thank you for the information. I will file that under more things we can see if there's maybe a particular development there. Fortunately, I can't get anyone in, and I'm really glad you all weren't caught and killed, so congratulations. I wouldn't tell many people in Wildmount that, but my understanding is the Empire has a policy that all those who emerge are to be beheaded and burned.
Sounds like something they would do.
It very much does. Yet another thing that is super on brand for the Empire.
Yes, our sister chapel there carries out most of the burnings. They send me ash every once in a while. In fact, she opens this little cabinet. There's all these bottles of ash with names on it. These are the two that saw Lanthor, actually. Well, now that we know him, no Lanthor.
Are there names on the jars?
Yeah.
What are the names?
There's many names.
Well, the two that they pointed at.
Oh, the two they pointed out. This would be specifically Jareth and Nerith.
Jareth and Nerith.
Yes, brother and sister, twins, I believe.
Oh.
So they were able to cut them off with one blow, both heads at once. A very large axe, ogre, I think, that had come into the service of the Redalians.
Alrighty then.
Yes. Oh, in fact, here, she puts out this picture that like shows the scene, this drawing. She goes, it's my own rendition. I was trying to really capture the horror and the sharpness of the blade.
Your use of negative space is impeccable.
Thank you.
But aside from us, coming here to bring you information of our experience within the Deadlands, it's my hope to find a way to begin to undo what this is, to alleviate what the Deadlands have become and find a way to reverse it. So I hope to find any sort of lead on what that might look like from you or from this temple.
Information to undo them?
It's, from what I heard, the Deadlands spread out of Zadash. That Zadash was ground zero. So my sister was a cleric, my brother's a wizard, practitioner of arcane. I have some sort of baseline medical knowledge that if something starts somewhere and spreads, it's like a disease.
Well, I'm the only one studying this, and I'll tell you why. There's a certain disinterest in it. Oddly. And I guess the best way to say is upon its... Since it was contained, it's been more like don't poke the bear. But I really like poking things.
So do I.
So, you're not wrong. She pulls out a map, and she goes from various accounts of survivors before their execution, when it was made. Incidentally, is wild. There, so many stories of people who bravely made it out when the outbreak happened, only to be met with blade and sword at the border. And a lot of fire. Anyway, they all talk of it, of where they were when they first saw it, and she kind of circles this area in this map of Zadash. She goes, this graveyard here seems to be where it all started. Now, if I were to imagine a place where it could be undone, that would be my bet. But, let's see here. Yes, from our, one of our high priestesses in Darktoe, Thola. Priestess Thola describes seeing it herself.
Thola's been there? Sorry, I met Thola briefly.
Oh,
Interesting.
congratulations. She had seen a vast tower, like a kingdom there that they rebuilt. It seems to be their source of government.
Yeah, I heard from another benefactor that they have some sort of organization. On government. That's interesting.
Indeed. Now, I have to say, I was certain sooner or later someone's going to try to destroy it. So I've given you a lot of information. So I need you, and she kind of gives a little smile as she kind of twirls her hair a little bit. You need to get me as much information as you can, because it's so interesting. Everything is different. Nothing works right. And what's more, she gets kind of quiet. I heard a rumor that some artifacts of the Raven Queen don't even react to the undead there. Some they do, that's meant to destroy them instantly. But others, differently. That's why I really think they don't like it, because almost seems that our matron takes pity on some of the people there. So should you do it, be careful. There's many, including me, by the way, that would think you're committing a genocide. But there's many in the Empire, I'm sure, who would sing your praises and give you Taituan land.
If I do come across, if we'd come across any more information, do you have a spare parchment and quill I can borrow for a second?
Certainly. She takes it out and puts it.
Mars will draw the insignia of the Faceless, which is the outline of a featureless face with two eyes. You have proper chambers, proper quarters, somewhere you can go with a window. Leave this symbol in the window.
Mysterious. All right.
The Faceless will know you're a friend, and they'll know to share information.
I do have my quarters. They wouldn't let me set up in here, the snobs. But I am made to keep a room and do duties still. Thank you. Haven't had a good conversation some time. Evernosis talks matron this, the Dark Mother that. Yes.
If you have any of these relics, we could, if we go back, we could take some, see which undead react and which don't.
She kind of stares at you. What mercy will you show those who the Queen decides not to take?
At the very least, a merciful death.
Depends on how they first interact with us. If they just want peace, I'm content leaving in peace.
I might be able to get you one if I play my cards right. I understand. So how about this? I give this to you. Any of the creatures there that flee, even if they attacked you first, you allow to flee.
Deal.
Very good. There's a big smile. And this goes for your whole group. I'm sure there's more than just the two of you going.
Sure.
The Rosguard always keep to their promises.
Well, I see you are one of Cord. It could be. What is the best place for me to try to get this item once I procure it? It might take me a little bit, but I'm sure I can get my hands on it.
I've got a room in the Trial Forge. You can send it there. Ask for my name, and they'll bring me out to you.
Yes, your name. Warden, was it?
Warden, yes.
Okay. Wow, it's pleased to meet you. Sister Threnna Valshade.
Oh, what?
Said her name is Sister Threnna
Okay.
Valshade.
Okay.
Huh. Well, it has been most fruitful. And do consider what it is you might be destroying once you go.
We're just trying to help people.
Well. Very well. Anything else?
During this time, Nalumia turns to Laren and goes, "So I've been thinking about names for the new coffee shop you're going to be running. What about the Misty Matcha and the Whispering Ice Brew?"
Sure.
Perfect.
Perfect. With that, we'll end for tonight.